Hello. Saturday edition of Jog to My Loo. If you're new, loo means bathroom. And I use it twice today on my long run. Got bad guts. It's part of it. Okay. Subject line. Don't run to lose weight. What I really mean is don't do it solely to lose weight. I got on YouTube earlier and I was piddling around, and there wasn't a lot of videos on this. There were a couple. They were pretty old. I know people that run to lose weight. I just figured maybe they want to hear this, maybe they don't. But you guys already know my story. I'll kind of just a brief summary. I did a 5K with my wife. She beat me by 4 or 5 minutes pushing a stroller because I was out of shape. So boom, what happens? Oh, I want to be a runner. I want to lose weight. I did it. I did what I'm telling you not to do. For the simple fact that you're gonna hit a lull. You're gonna hit, well, a few things are gonna happen actually. Weight loss wise, you're gonna get 4 or 5 months in. You're gonna hit the stall. Kind of like a Boston butt at 160 pounds. If you're a meat smoker, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna hit a stall and you're gonna get discouraged and you're gonna think, well, why do I even need to run if I can't lose weight? I'm just gonna go and eat my feelings. Guilty, did it. Running is good for weight management. Running is good when used in addition to a proper diet. I still don't have a proper diet. I'm just giving you guys guidelines. A proper diet, going to the gym and doing other things, walking, Stairmaster. Yeah, I mean, if you want to lose weight, if you solely want to lose weight, I would push you away from running. Running is meant to be a release. It's meant to be a clearing of the mind. It's meant to be with community, by yourself, without community. It's meant to be fun. And when we start piddling with our weight, look, I know some of you guys have body dysmorphia. I do too. It's just part of it. I mean, but the reality is, we get so focused on that scale that I'm pointing at that we forget why we started doing it in the first place. We don't find joy in the work. If you are, and some of you guys on this channel are, I've talked to some of y'all in private. If you're doing nothing at the moment, let's just 1 month in, we'll call it whatever. You're doing nothing, and you start doing something, you're gonna lose weight. Even if you're drinking Cokes every day and eating pizza for every meal, and you're doing nothing, and then you still drink the Cokes and still eat the pizza, and you start running in between, you're gonna lose weight. But like I said, you're gonna lose, hit the stall because your body's used to it now. Now what do? You get rid of the Cokes for 2 months. Okay, well, you're going down. Now we're stalling. Now what do? You stop eating? That's what I did. My wife said, hey, you look sick. And I said, okay, I guess I'll eat. It took me a few months to understand that I could lose weight with a better solution than only trying to run. How can I say that? There are other ways around losing weight that are better for you, more sustainable than just running. Just like I already gave ideas. Going to the gym, having a dietitian, staying away from bread. I can't stay away from bread. I'm sorry. I can't be the guy that pumps y'all up about it. I love bread, donuts, naan. Give it to me. Love it. Cinnamon rolls. Love all of it. I lost the weight and it was motivation to stick to a plan, but I had to find the bigger. I had to find my why. And I found it early on. It was to be healthier for my wife and kid. But, you still in those stages, you're thinking, well, if I can do this and this, I can still lose this amount of weight. I mean, I went from like gorging myself like an idiot for years, not just in this last 9 months. But right before I started running, I was doing intermittent fasting, which it's great. It works. You still need to get your proteins and your fiber. You need to get all your food. But I had this thing where I can just not eat. I know you look at me and you think, he is not telling the truth. I can. I haven't ate yet. I got done running at like 7:40 this morning. I haven't ate yet. Because I know that Mama's going to walk in here in a minute with probably either pizza, fried chicken, or a double cheeseburger. And I'm going to pound because I ran 10 miles this morning. Daddy's hungry now. Anyway, intermittent fasting. And I pushed my eating window. I'm sure I don't have to explain intermittent fasting. I pushed my eating window from, I think I started at 16 hours to 18 to 20 hours. So I was only eating in 4 hours. Well, if I eat lunch at 11, I don't get home till 6. I eat nothing at home. And that's fine. If you manage it correctly and you get all the food you need, I think you're fine. And don't run to lose weight. I got to keep saying that because y'all know I'll be off somewhere else talking about something different. Running is great, like I said, for weight management. And we see these runners that are stick thin and we think that's what we need to be. When in reality, they're thin because they probably eat more calories than we do. Their long runs are way longer, way further, more time on feet than us. That's why they are what they are. Now, if you want to be like them, you still got to eat, but you just got to run every day. And you got to have a plan. And you got to do the plan. But don't run just to lose weight. Your body needs rest, nutrition, and hydration. And the only one of these three that I was doing correctly, don't ask me why I'm doing this weird. I have short, fat fingers, so I can't really do that great. The only nutrition, hydration, and rest, the only three I was doing, the only one of the three that I was doing correctly is this. Hydration. Real quick. I want to do this for the channel. This is going to be, I have not drank it yet. I drank it down to 16. It was just all water. I drank it down to 16, where'd it go? 16 ounces, because that's what the label said. And one of my last episodes I talked about fueling, I think maybe during, or no, maybe I was showing y'all what I use fuel wise. This is a first reaction to a first sip of Switchback electrolytes. Why did you get that, you ask? 400 milligrams of potassium, 1,000 milligrams of sodium. When I was drinking 200 milligrams of potassium and 500 sodium. So it's double. Switchback, this is not a plug. Obviously I don't get paid. Switchback BPN. Switchback is double what BPN is. Anyway, First reaction, taste of mixed berry. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, shout out. Well, yeah. The reason I got Switchback is because I'm on an app. There's a running app that I'm on. I talk to people on there all the time, and somebody had mentioned. I think he's a trail runner, and Switchback is real big in the trail scene. And anyway, he recommended this because I said that I was losing a pretty good amount of sweat and I needed more sodium. So he recommended this, and I talked to him. Mileage. Y'all know what sticker. Y'all know where that's from. Mileage. Shout out Joanna. Yeah, first taste test. That's really good. I got the mixed berry and I got limeade. I like lemon lime pretty good, so I figured maybe it'd be great. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. You know, I hope I haven't said this already. I think I have. I'm going to say it again. The stick figure people, cameraman at a marathon does not look at Tim and Rita running 13:30 a mile and they're 200 pounds. He just doesn't. You don't see a lot of heavy runners. And I think generally, I see a lot of them because I run with them. But to the general public, a runner's body is what? For a woman, 5'9", 6 foot, to a man 6 to 6'3", 155 pounds. I mean, that's just generally that's what we think a runner is. Well, you're talking to a 5'9", 207 right now that ran 10 miles today. If you run, you're a runner. I guess the whole point of my video is I think it's healthy to weigh yourself. I don't think it's healthy to use running solely as I don't think your weight, number one, I don't think your weight matters. If it matters to you and you want to do better, that's great. But don't use running solely to lose weight. I would rather see anybody, man or woman, get on a plan. You don't even have to run a race. I don't care if you run a race or not. Just get on a plan. Stick to the plan, but supplement the plan with working out, like I've already said. Gym, decent diet, walking. Do something else. Don't run just for weight loss. If you love to run, run. If you want to lose weight, do something different. In addition to running. You know, I'm only 14 minutes in, but I mean, that's really kind of what I wanted to hit home. So, this may be a short one. You know, we still get caught up. Like, I got caught up today because there's, I think we had 9 guys this morning show up. And 4 or 5 of them are like rails. But they run. They look like, I was behind them, obviously, because I ran like 11-minute miles today or something. Watching these cats from behind, they just glide. Just, you know, I'm in slow motion back there, and they are just gliding like, I don't know. I think they were running 8 or 9-minute miles, which I understand to some people is not fast. To me, it's quick. Do not use running solely for weight loss. It sounds like a good idea until it's not. I would rather you, I've already said this, I would rather you get on a plan and stick to it. And let that take you somewhere in life rather than run for 3 months, lose 15 pounds, and then gain 30 because the scale's not going down anymore. just think about it. You know, you're going to do what you want to do, and that's fine. You know, we all make mistakes. I think I opened this video with I make mistakes. You know, my weight is stayed the same for months, and I'm happy where it is, and I'm, you know, I don't know. I actually did a different video for tomorrow, or for today, but I sat down and I was like, man, for some reason, weight it just got on me, and I just wanted to talk about it. So maybe somebody hears it, maybe it helps. There won't be a video tomorrow like normal on Sunday, because I think I might go to Birmingham and run with. Well, I won't say that, because then if I don't do it, you know how that works. Running is good for weight management. It's good for sleep and rest, actually. Even though if you don't get time, even though I only sleep for like 5 or 6 hours a night, my rest is really good because I'm so tired from running. Legs tired. Weight management, stronger lugs, stronger lungs, heart, stronger legs, your aerobic base, your aerobic capacity. You know, you just got to remember to refuel. And I'm pretty sure I swapped to this because I remember when I was running when I was in my 10K block, and this is not really, since then this really hasn't happened. But I was doing the intermittent fasting and I wasn't eating, but I also wasn't getting faster. Which I've talked about pace, and pace doesn't really matter to me as much anymore as it did when I first started. But I wasn't getting faster at the time. But back then I thought every run was a race. You need recovery runs, your tempo runs, your race runs. I thought every run was a race. I wasn't getting faster. I wasn't sleeping good. I had no energy. You know, all these X. Why do you think that was? Because I had no food. I wasn't refueling during the day. I wasn't fueling at all. Then I wasn't refueling. You have to have calories in, you know. And, you know, when I get on something, I'm on it. I'm in 100%. If she came in and was like, hey, I want to play pickleball. We don't have pickleball paddles or whatever, but I know if I played, I would get addicted. I know. That's just the personality. And I'm addicted to running right now. And I know, hopefully I'll be addicted to running forever, but where I'm going with that is weight loss. When I got on weight loss, I was like, hey, I'm eating this, and this. I made my meals, this, and this. I'm only drinking water, hydration, boom, boom, boom. But then you add running in there. Now you're tired and you're hungry, but you don't want to eat because you want to see the scale go down 2 pounds this week. It's just a vicious cycle. You set yourself up for failure. And if you watch anything or you read anything on runners, you know they have to eat. These marathoners I was talking about that are stick figures, they eat double what you ate, 100%. But they're also running they're probably running 50 to 80 miles a week. Yeah, 50 to 80 miles a week for their marathon block. You know? So they can eat that large pizza. I doubt they're eating a large pizza, but they can eat a large pizza just like you. But maybe 300 calories of that entire large pizza goes on their bones because they've burnt. I only ran 10 miles a day and I burnt 2,100 calories. So when you put things like that in perspective, I feel like it helps people. You know, walking, that kind of stuff is going to burn better calories than you got to eat. You got to, if you're going to be in this sport or if you're going to do anything long term, you got to refuel your body. I can't go do X, Y, Z without what? Without my body. I have to have what to move my body? Fuel. It's just not a good idea to use running as weight loss. That's all I wanted to say. A quick tip, just in case anybody cares. I doubt they do, but if you do, I have found that if I pre-make my food, and I like to cook, I would rather not use a Saturday or Sunday to cook all my meals for the week. But when I get heavy into something, I'll do that. Maybe it helps you. But if you if you pre-do all your meals and you take your food with you, then maybe up here you play a trick on your mind and say, I already know what I'm eating. That kind of helped me in the past. Trader Joe's Indian food I was talking about, we may go there later today, or maybe I might go tomorrow if I'm going to be down there anyway. And I'll get like 5 or 6 meals and I'll bring them home, and I take one every day to work. I eat Indian Monday through Friday. I love it. I love it. But those meals are a certain amount, you know. When you go get a sandwich, it may be 800,000-900,000 calories, you know. Burgers, and there are better ways to calorie count, and there are better ways to lose money. There's better ways to lose weight than running. You got to find what works for you. When you find what works for you, you're going to reach your goals. I mean, I already know you are. I've surpassed what I thought I could do. I've surpassed it. I'm not tooting my own horn. I just never thought I would ever run a mile. And then I did 3 miles, and I told my wife, I was like, there's no way I could run a 10K. A 10K is 6 miles, which is double a 5K. There's no way I could run 6 miles. Well, now I ran a half marathon. Now, I did tell her after the half marathon, there's no way I could run 26. There's no way I could do 2 of these. But we're going to try that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, hey, let's eat, okay? You got to eat, man. You got to eat, you got to rest, and you got to drink your hydration. That's all the body needs. It's going to make your legs look so good. Running is going to make your legs look phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I've already talked about it, but your aerobic base and your aerobic capacity, better breathing, your resting heart rate, like all this stuff is going to be, people are going to say, who's that? Who is that? You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to finally find something that you enjoy doing. It's going to give you more of a purpose than you already have. I say this, I think, every video. If you have nobody, I have had one person reach out. I know that's not a lot, but like I said in the beginning, if this gets to one person and it changes them, or it makes them change the way they do, or they whatever, then it's worth it to me. If you have nobody to talk to, get with me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to talk. I'm happy, whatever you need. Love y'all. See you later.